first half, inexcusable. Apologize to the fans. Pissed on how we played in the first half. We weren't ready to go. Energy level was exceeded by theirs, and not good enough. Gave ourselves a hole that we struggled to dig out of. I'm proud for how our guys competed in the second half. That's how we should play at all times. And I appreciate the fans for staying in the game. And what it came down to is we need to score a touchdown. When we had it in the red zone, we had to kick a field goal. And weren't good enough on the last drive. And that's what it came down to. I liked how our guys competed in the second half. But the first half, inexcusable. And with that, I'll take questions.
So Neal, start with the defense in the first half because that had been good. But they got shredded pretty good the first half. So what was that about?
Well, they did a good job. They did a good job. They got us outflanked a couple times. They made some plays on balls down the field. Again, I thought their energy level was better than ours. They converted some third downs there early in the contest. We had the good interception on the trick play on the first drive. Went 3 and out, had to punt. Didn't punt it great. They had a short field. They drove it down, converted a couple third downs. And they did. They did a nice job. They ran the ball early on us. We shut it down until the last drive, but they had some success with that.
Did you guys struggle at times getting in the play? Had to use some timeouts. What was happening there?
Well, the second one, are you asking about the last one down there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had the wrong personnel grouping, and that's on me. You can blame me. But we had the wrong personnel grouping on that. We felt like we had a really good. We had good plays. We should have scored a touchdown. Probably as pissed about that as anything. Should have scored a touchdown on the last drive.
What about that last position as you activated?
I mean, we ran the ball. We had 2 really good runs. We got in the 3rd and 3. We had a good play. We missed the throw. Maybe it was 4 down. You always kind of question yourself after the fact. But I felt like we had really good answers. We played well in the second half offensively. We kept them off balance, and we needed to score a touchdown.
Considering how important it was, you talked about going into a week of scoring touchdowns in the red zone. Was there any thought to going for it on 4th and 2 there?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, I should have. You look back, you always, that's the one play. Hey, you're down by 3, so you're rolling the dice, but the thought goes to your mind. We kicked the field goal, tied it. They had to go. They went 80 yards on us or something like that. And as a coach, you're thinking, hey, we've gotten after them other than a field goal in the second half. We had a really good kick, pinned them back. I think started on the 11, and they hit the big play. I thought we had a chance of getting a sack, and he got free and hit the. It's a game that ball bounces funny ways. Throws a bad ball. It's probably 5 yards behind him, and he makes a play. Credit to them.
Jared's performance, especially the second half, at least until that last throw.
Yeah, I mean that Greg, that's going to happen, man. That's like in the middle. It's a scramble play that was out of the play. But like if people want to get pissed at me, that's fine. All right, I'm fine with that. All right, but that kid played well in the second half. I mean, he played well. What is he? 25 of 33 for 318. You know what I mean? Like, most of that was in the second half. They want to be upset with all of us in the first half, fair. You know what I mean? And I thought he played well in the second half. There may have been 1 or 2 he'd like to have back, but I thought he played well. Gave us a chance.
Two strategy things. I don't know how you handle these things, but when they're so close, you're out of timeouts, and there's one school that says open the middle, let them go in and score and try to do something.
Yeah.
And then how do you handle that last possession where you just have a little bit of time and maybe 3 snaps and try to
I'll try to answer both of them, Mike. So the strategy piece is I took a timeout on 2nd down because you make them have to think if they want to throw it or not on 3rd. Most people are going to run it, but you never know. They may throw it, right? And so we've been good enough. We were close to blocking the kick. So I felt like since we didn't have any timeouts, that was a better way to go. If you let them score, you need to do it with like a minute and a half to go. And so that's the thought process. I mean, you can do it either way. You can do it either way. People that know what they do, they just run it to the one stop. I saw that earlier in the week. And then the last one, what you try to do is try to get the ball in the middle of the field twice. and then you try to get in the end zone, you know. And we executed the first one. Second one, we got to throw it away. You know what I mean? You got to throw it away. Period.
Was there some confusion on the final kickoff return with Winston?
Nah, you don't want to return that because you got, you know what I mean, the ball's on the ground. Once it's squibbed, you don't have a really good chance because you're going to get that thing down probably within, you know, you're probably going to get it no higher than the 30. You know what I mean? So you take a knee, try to save time. You know, that's the thought process. That's a good play. Y'all can argue with me a lot on other things, but that's a good play.
What'd you think of your front line, offensive front? You had to juggle a little bit.
You know, we didn't play. There was not a phase of our football team that played well in the first half. Not a phase. You know, we did better in the second half. You know, I thought they competed. We played Jordan White a lot in the second half. You know, it's hard to say until you watch the film, but you know, offensively, you know, we played much better in the second half, and I thought we protected them better. Still gave up a couple negative plays, had a couple bad holding penalties, but we were better.
Wyatt got the start, but then he also limped off. So what'd you see to get him the start, and any idea?
Well, he played well against Oklahoma, had a good week of practice. Then, you know, I'm not even sure. He had a lower injury, but we felt, you know, he was not full speed, so we went with Parker.
The beginning surprised you? Some energy, you mentioned
yeah.
Some momentum after the last game. It seemed like y'all were feeling pretty good about getting back.
Yeah, no, it did. Yeah, it did. Caught me off guard. We practiced well on Tuesday and Wednesday. That's usually a good indicator. But we did not play well in the first half, and that's not going to be good enough. You know, and I told our team that. I told our staff that it's not good enough. You know, we battled back, and that's a credit to everybody involved. But what we put out there in the first half, it's not going to be